To access Insight, go to your browser and enter the URL www.cahabagba.com. Once you hit enter, you'll come to the Cahaba website. To access Insight, scroll to the bottom of the page. Select Enroll Today. All new users, select the new user icon under the OK button. Before you have access or use this service, you need to review the Online Services and Web Confidentiality Agreement. Once you have completed this, select that you have read and understand the statements. Then click I agree. If you choose to click I decline, you will not have access or be able to use this service. Completing this step, it will take you to your personal information screen. At this screen, you'll fill out all the information. First and last name of the person access to use the account. Email address. Your time zone. The user ID and password that you've already created. You'll select a challenged question in the case that you forget your password. Once you've completed this selection, hit Next. It will say thank you. You have successfully registered for Cahaba Insight. You want to click Return to the Welcome and Login page. From here, you will enter in the user ID and the password that you just created and select OK. You will select My Provider Profile at the top of your page. Under Providers, select Query. Here you will enter in your PTAN, MPI, last 5 digits of your TIN, your provider supplier name. You can put your office and the physical city and the physical state that your office is located. You want to put healthcare in line of business and select Go. At this point, it will not show any information on this screen. You'll be able to access this after Cahaba sends you your access code in the mail within 7 to 10 business days. Next, select My User Profile. Under System Access, you want to select New. Here, you will re-enter your MPI, your PTAN, last 5 digits of your TIN, line of business, you select Part B, and then your state. Next, you'll put in your check number and your check amount, and then select Save. Once you do this, it will take you back to the My User Profile screen. If done correctly, under System Access, there will be a red arrow with an open status. This means you have completed registration. You will receive a letter in the mail from Cahaba that contains an access code within 7 to 10 business days. They do not send out emails or confirmation regarding this registration. Once you have received your letter from Cahaba Insight, return to the website with your user ID and password ready. Log into the system and then select My User Profile. Under System Access, you want to select the Edit button. All your information will still be on the screen. Under Check Amount, in the Access Code box, you want to put your code that Cahaba gave to you. When finished, select Save. Once completed, your status will be an approved status with the blue arrow. Now that you have access to Insight's website, you can now check patient eligibility information. If done correctly, under System Access, there will be a red arrow with the open status. This means you have completed registration. You will receive a letter in the mail from Cahaba that contains an access code within 7 to 10 business days. They do not send out emails or confirmation regarding this registration. Once you have received your letter from Cahaba GBA Insight, return to the website with your user ID and password. Log into the system and then select My User Profile. Under System Access, select Edit. Under Check Amount, type in the access code that Cahaba provided. When done, hit Save. Once you completed, your status will change. You will have a blue arrow with an improved status. Now that you have access to Insight's website, you can now check eligibility information. In order to access patient's information, you will need patient's first name, last name, Medicare ID number, and date of birth. Select Entitlement tab. Under Beneficiary Eligibility Information, select Query. From here, you can enter in the patient's Medicare number, last name, first name, and date of birth. When done, select Go. It may take a couple seconds to load. Now you're able to see the patient's Medicare information. When looking at a patient's information, you can print this information by selecting Printable View at the top of your screen. From here, you can see the patient's Medicare number, how long the patient has been on Medicare. It will tell you deductible amount remaining, and it will also tell you the patient's secondary information. Most importantly, you'll be able to see the patient's preventative services. This patient has had her subsequent annual wellness visit, code G0439. Her next eligibility date is February 1st, 2016. She has also had her once-in-a-lifetime ultrasound to screen for AAA, code G0389. It looks like the last time this patient was screened for a mammogram was in 2006. By viewing this, the patient was eligible January 1st, 2007. So we would call this patient back in. We would order her mammogram for her. After you've completed one patient, if you need to look up another patient's information, you simply hit the query button under beneficiary eligibility information. This will bring up the Medicare number, last name, first name, and date of birth. I have shown you that using Cahaba GBA Online Inquiry, you can learn a lot about a patient's eligibility. By doing annual wellness visits, you will not only increase revenue, you will improve patient care, and you will also discover prosperity in primary care with doing the right thing. If you have any questions or need assistance, please contact Doctors ACO or Cahaba Provider Contact Center. When you're finished looking up patient's information, you want to select Log Out at the top of your screen.